How did you come to know her?
Well, she was working on a film. She had a small part in, I can't remember the name of the film, and I was in that studio just briefly on some business, and I met her.
Yeah. Yeah. Did she come here to come back to the East for acting because?
Well, she thought she could, she wanted to get out of that career that she was now restless in. She wanted to become a real actress. And she thought she could do it by going to the actor's studio. That was basically why she wanted to do it, be here.
Yeah. And is that when the two of you became?
Yeah.
Much has been, you've written about this too, in your own memoir. Characterize her.
Well, that's difficult at this stage of the game. She was a, well, how can you put it? She was everything. Whatever anybody was, she had a little of it. And it was a disastrous combination of powerful impulses in every direction.
All within her.
All within the same woman.
Yeah. You believe that there were these competing demons within her. That she was tough and at the same time vulnerable, and what else?
You name it. It was there.
Irresistible as a woman?
She could be, but she was flying apart toward the end.
Smart?
Well, she wasn't smart enough to survive.
Yeah. Wanted power?
Now she wanted to be good.
To be good, which is different, isn't it?
Well, it corresponds sometimes. If you're good, you're powerful.
Yeah. What was the magic between the two of you before you got married?
I know all that.
I know, but stay with me for a second because it is of interest to me. There were, I mean, people said this is East and West. You know, this is brains and beauty. This is
well, she was
dark
as smart
and light.
as anybody.
Yeah.
She was. See, the problem with her was that nobody could give as sexy a woman as that credit for having any brains.
Even then, especially
especially then.
Yeah.
She'd been much better off today.
You believe also that Lee Strasberg was a negative influence.
I think on the whole he was. He made people more dependent upon him.
A kind of guru.
Yeah, you know, there are teachers who try to teach so that the student no longer needs them. And there is a teacher who tries to teach so that the student can never do without him.
Is dependent.
And the second kind, in my opinion, was Lee Strasberg.
Yeah. And she felt like she couldn't do it without.
Oh, you couldn't do anything.
Yeah.
Couldn't do anything. Had to have his wife with her on the set. And she was everything.
Yeah. How do you believe she died?
I have no clue.
I mean, do you believe there was foul play, or?
I really don't know any more than I read in the paper.
Yeah. There was suicide, or?
I can't even speculate about it. Yeah. Who knows what happened?
What was happening on the Misfit? You were there. It was at the end, and it was terrible conflict.
Well, it was her confidence was difficult to hold on to. And she had a terrific responsibility there. So she would feel terribly responsible for it and know that and believe that she wasn't doing it well enough, or that people were not giving her enough help, or whatever.
Was it a happy time for you?
For a while, but then after a while her dependency was too much. She was ill. Yeah. She was an ill woman.
Ill from dependence on pills or psychological?
Drugs, yes. It was that kind of a dependency.
Yeah. Why couldn't you write during that period?
We're too distracted, I think.